basically refused the order, and that's when I got fired. My sons know that I did the right thing. That is everything to me. It kills me that two of my brothers had to get sick, for them to see that lesson. Doing the right thing is something that being a warrior is. It's not giving in to, what other people think. It's not giving in to the easy way. It's doing what is right, no matter what the consequences are. In the Navy, I was hand-selected to write the SEAL sniper manual, and I spent a lot of time as an instructor for teaching other SEALs shooting, marksmanship, all the other skills that go around being a sniper, which a lot of people don't know is much more than just pulling a trigger. It takes a lot of discipline, a lot of brain power, and a lot of patience. So when I retired, I felt like I was a pretty experienced instructor, and arguably so, teaching SEALs how to be snipers. And I started teaching civilians and law enforcement how to shoot, and I was taking them to the range and I was teaching them the exact same things that I was teaching SEALs. It just wasn't working. I realized that it wasn't what I was teaching, it was who I was teaching. When I was in the SEAL teams and running sniper school, I was teaching warriors how to do something. It didn't matter what I was teaching. I could have been teaching needlepoint, and these men would have got it easily. It would have been like knitting up stuff, being like, "Woo, look at that sweater," because that's really what SEALs are. You tell us to do something, we get it done. And it has to do with just a warrior's mindset. A warrior's mindset doesn't have really anything to do with war, which, is kind of interesting, being that it has war in the name, but it's just being devoted to something and being passionate about something you're going to fight for. If you're fighting for something, if you truly believe in something, and you're living that out and you're doing that, you're being a warrior. And so I realized, if I can just teach these civilians, rather than teaching them, here's how you stand, here's how you hold the gun, if I could teach them how to live and learn like warriors, they can pick up a firearm and shoot great with it. And that's what ended up happening. And it was really interesting because I teach people online, and I started getting all these testimonials, and they all said the same thing. It's like everyone got together and said, "Hey, let's say all this same stuff together." But basically, yeah, I can shoot a lot better, but I'm a better father, I'm a better husband, I'm a better person, I can learn anything faster. I came up with what's called the new rules of marksmanship, and that's what I teach now. And just like being in the SEAL teams, I was teaching people how to live like warriors. And that's, even though the new rules of marksmanship has marksmanship in its name, there's really traditional marksmanship is not anywhere in my training plan. And I thought for years that marksmanship meant that learning marksmanship, you learned how to stand, how to hold the gun, how to manipulate the trigger. But marksmanship means that you are able to hit a mark. So you're a good shooter. And to be a good shooter, it doesn't matter how you stand or hold the gun. It's how you train. And that's what I teach people. I teach people how to train effectively. I teach people, the first thing I teach is meditation. And a lot of people come to my training, and I tell them, if you want me to be your instructor, you are going to have to learn to meditate. And people, I don't want that. I just want to learn how to stand, hold the gun, pull the trigger. And I'm like, I'm not going to teach you that, because I want to teach you to learn to live like a warrior through your mindset, through meditation, through visualization, positive thinking. And then I go into planning, and how you plan out your training is much more effective at making you a better shooter than going to the range and squeezing off a bunch of rounds and missing your target. I studied neuroscience for 4 years and how the brain works, and I studied classical musicians. How did they learn? I studied the greatest athletes, like Michael Jordan. Why is he great? Is he great because when he shoots a basketball, he holds his hand at a 45-degree angle? Or is he great because of how he trained? And everybody knows the answer to that one. It's how he trained. But when it comes to firearms training, people think, it doesn't have anything to do with that, but it does. And that's what I'm doing. I'm teaching people to be better people and to live better lives. And the thing that I always tell people is anytime there's somebody shooting a firearm, there's a tool and a weapon. And I just ask, which one do you want to be?